At the moment, there are over 140 million .com domain names that are registered. That means that a lot of the good domain names are being registered as we speak. Chances are someone may register a name that you're thinking of, so it's smart to register a domain name as soon as you think of an idea. This is why a lot of entrepreneurs register their domain names even before launching a business. Today, let's have a look at exactly what you need to consider when you're getting your domain name, what extra things that you might not know about that you need to get along with your domain name, as well as 3 places where you can get your domain name for cheap or even free. How do you choose a domain name? Your domain name is very important for your brand, your website, and determining your success for your online business. This is why it's important for you to carefully think about the domain name you choose without overthinking it, otherwise you might get stuck in this phase and not take action. When deciding a domain name, make sure it is aligned with your brand. If you can get the exact brand name as your domain name with .com, that's probably the best. But with the large number of websites out there, it's possible that the domain you're looking for is not available. In that case, you can play around with adding different elements to your domain name or using different domain endings called Internet Top Level Domains, TLD. Besides the most common .com, there are a lot of others for you to choose from, including .co, .agency, .inc, and the ones that are based on your country or your city. Ultimately, make sure your domain is easy to pronounce and to remember. Try to make your domain as SEO friendly as possible and use your keywords and your brand name in the domain. If possible, try to avoid using hyphens or numbers because that will likely make it difficult for your audience to remember. Another important tip when you're choosing your domain is to check if the name is available on social media. Since more and more accounts are being created on social media every single day, it's becoming harder to be able to get the exact social media handle you would want. To help you stay consistent through your entire branding, check if the name of the domain you want is also available on the social media platforms you want to be in. Now let's talk about some things you need to get with your domain that you might not know about. When getting a domain, it's very important to think about the additional features that you would need. I didn't know about these before and wasted a lot of time trying to figure it out. I want to make sure to let you know about these things right away so you don't get confused or waste your time or energy. One very important thing you need to get is the SSL certificate. Have you ever gone to a website and your browser warns you that the website is not secure, and sometimes you might not even be able to enter? You might have also seen websites that say HTTP instead of HTTPS. That's because these websites don't have an SSL certificate. The SSL certificate helps to display important information to help verify the owner of the website and encrypting the web traffic. A website needs an SSL certificate to keep the user data secure, verify the ownership of the website, and also prevent attackers. I've come across a lot of websites that don't have the SSL certificate, and it looks unprofessional and not secure. So make sure to get the certificate when you get your domain. The second thing you need to consider is the WhoosGuard privacy protection. WhoosGuard privacy protection is a very important thing to help protect your privacy. It's a protection service that prevents people from seeing the name, the address, phone number, and email of the owner of the domain. If you don't have the WhoosGuard privacy protection, then people can easily do a Who's search on your domain and get your personal information. Having this protection can truly prevent you from potential spam and even identity theft. The third thing you need to consider is your email addresses. You likely need 1 or more email addresses to run your business. Sending a professional email through your Gmail or your Hotmail would probably not leave the best impression. Sometimes you can get the email addresses included in your plan. In other cases, you would need to pay more. Check the domain provider of your choice to make sure there are no surprises. One important thing you need to know about is that most email addresses you get through domain providers are accessed through their own platform. If you want to be able to manage your emails with an interface you're familiar with, like Gmail or Hotmail, you need to set up email forwarding. Now let's talk about where to register your domain. There are a lot of places to go register your domain name. You can find the links to all of these different resources in the description box. Most of the domain names cost around $10 to $20 a year, while the premium domains can cost a lot more. Here are some affordable and secure options for you where you can get your domain name. Bluehost is probably the most well-known web hosting company on the internet. It's also one of the top recommended web hosting providers by WordPress. It now powers more than 2 million websites all over the world. At the moment, Bluehost offers a free domain for your first year if you sign up to their web hosting, and on top of that, you get a free SSL certificate, free WhoScar privacy policy, and 60% off on their web hosting. Basically, you can pay under $3 per month at the most affordable plan for web hosting, and you get a domain name for free. You can check out this deal for yourself through the link that I'm going to put in the description box or by going to yourentrepreneuresources.com/Bluehost. Bluehost is definitely a great option since they offer very affordable web hosting while still having great speed, uptime, and a huge amount of storage and no limit on your web hosting bandwidth. You'll also be able to get up to 5 emails with your domain for the first year. After the first year, you do have to pay the standard price for your domain, and the web hosting plans do get a little bit more expensive, starting from $8 a month, but it's a good start with a more affordable plan with a free domain for your first year to test the waters. Another great place to get your domain is through Namecheap. Namecheap offers popular and unique domains along with hosting packages, SSL certificate, WhoScar privacy policy, and more, all at some of the lowest price in the industry. Namecheap's interface is very easy to navigate, and even if the exact domain you're looking for is not available, you would be provided with a lot of alternatives for you to choose from. The price of the domains offered by Namecheap is one of the cheapest in the industry, no pun intended, along with great security and privacy support. WhoScar privacy protection also comes with the domain for free, preventing your personal information to be searchable on the internet, and you also get the SSL certificate. With Namecheap, you won't have to pay extra for the additional features that I mentioned earlier. The third option you have is Hostinger. Same as Bluehost, Hostinger also offers a free domain if you sign up to one of their premium plans for web hosting. Same as Bluehost, Hostinger also gives you a free domain if you sign up to one of their premium plans for web hosting. But unlike Bluehost, who gives you the free domain for just your first year, Hostinger gives you a free domain for the entire time you sign up to their web hosting and also one email. You can get the SSL certificate with your domain, but you will have to pay extra for the WhoScar privacy protection. If you need web hosting for your website along with your domain, then definitely consider using either Bluehost or Hostinger for your domain. Otherwise, I would strongly recommend using Namecheap for a cheap and secure domain. I personally use Namecheap for my domain because I use SiteGround for my web hosting. You can find out more about the pros and cons of hosting your website through Bluehost, SiteGround, and Hostinger in the link that I'm going to put in the description box. Getting a domain is an important step to bring your business online. Make sure to take into account all the additional features you would need to consider when getting a domain to make sure there won't be any hiccups down the road. Let me know in the comment section down below which one of these platforms are you planning to get your domain name. We're going to talk more about how to start your own website, what plugins you need, and a lot more, so make sure to subscribe and press the bell notification. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.